Hello, and welcome back to another exciting episode of our IC3 GS6 series. And we're going to continue to explore how digital devices connect and work together. In this lesson, we will focus on devices that help us see, hear, and communicate, from microphones to your speakers, to monitors, printers, projectors, and your headset. And these are the tools that bring your digital experience to life. So, if you're ready to understand how to use them with confidence and purpose, do all to stick and stay, and let's dive in. Let's continue with the lesson, and we've successfully looked at Objective 1.1, which is access and navigate between digital environments. And we just focusing on how to identify digital devices and connections. So the first on the list is just a continuation, which is our input devices. And we are focusing on level 1, just for us to know what these are. So we've got one input device, which is the microphone. And what is a microphone? So in simple terms, it helps you record sounds and turns them into digital information for your computer. So I'm recording a lesson. I've got my microphone, inbuilt microphone on my laptop, which is recording my voice. So it's taking the sound as an input. So understand it in that context. And it can also turn your spoken words into text on the screen using what special software. So if we are using Microsoft 365, there is, a microphone button which allows you to dictate to the computer system. So it is taking your input, which is your sound, and translating that into text. So maybe later when we finish with this series, we will explore the Microsoft Office Specialist. So that's an example of the microphone, okay, as an input device. Then we also have how microphones help. So we have voice recognition, which I've already explained. So software can change your spoken voice into text. So you can even find some programs online and try speaking to your system, and you'll recognize that it will just convert your sound into text. And this is helpful for people with special needs. Yeah. Then we also have microphones in computers. So we have one in our desktop computer. So microphones are usually built in, but can be bought separately. So I'm not using any special microphone. I'm just relying on the inbuilt microphone for these lessons. But if there comes a times where I'll need to buy a special microphone, then I'll just go ahead and do that. Then laptops also come with their own inbuilt microphones. Then if you're buying a microphone, you can get different types and qualities, and that will depend on the amount of money that you have. So if you want a microphone of a high quality, then be prepared to pay for more. But the underlying factor here is microphones will fall under input devices because it's taking your sound and converting it into some form of digital code for the computer to understand. Okay, then we move to a monitor, and I believe you are watching this either on your phone or on your computer. So if it's on your computer, your screen is what is giving you the feedback. So that is output. The computer is just turning everything on your screen for you to see. So a monitor is an output device that lets you see what the computer is doing. So as I move my mouse, you see, I move my hand, the pointer moves. So I'm able to see it because of my monitor. Without it, you are blind. So it has a power button and controls for brightness and contrast to adjust the screen. So for desktop, monitors, you do have some buttons which you can adjust. So there's a classic example of an Apple monitor, and usually some come with monitor. Yeah, that's basically it. So types of monitors, we've got sizes. So monitors come in different sizes. Bigger screens show larger images but are more expensive. So it always comes down to your ability to pay. Okay, then the resolution is how clear and sharp the picture is on the screen. So a higher resolution connotes better quality but also a higher price. So just bear that in mind. Then we also have touch screens. So some monitors have touch screen technology which you can just swipe. So you can use your finger or stylus to select things on the screen instead of using a mouse or a keyboard. Then we come to another output device, which is a printer. So all the documents that you work on, these are soft copies. So if you want a hard copy, then you need a printer to print it out. So printers turn what you see on the screen into a printed, copy when you can click the print button. So you choose different options like how the page is positioned, landscape or portrait, the size of the paper, and how the paper is fed into the printer. So when we get to content creation bit, we'll speak about Microsoft Word, we'll speak about PowerPoint and other powerful features that you need to learn and understand to use for your work. So you Control P to print, then it comes out. So that's a very simple picture. You can do a Google search, you get loads of examples to help you internalize these facts. Then types of printers, we've got inkjet printers, which is good for everyday printing. Then laser printers, which is fast and great for lots of pages. Then photo printers, perfect for printing pictures. Then all-in-one printers, which can print, scan, and copy. So these are the various types. So don't just end here. You need to do a bit more than what I am teaching you, but this is just a guide to help you focus your studies. Then we also have projectors. So projectors show what's on your computer screen on a bigger surface, like a wall or a screen, so that everyone can see it clearly. So they are often used in classrooms or for presentations. So this is how it works. So you connect the projector to your computer using a video cable. Then we'll get into that in the next lessons, I beg your pardon. So this way you can control the slides on your computer while everyone else watches on the bigger screen. So this, if you don't know a projector, this is an example of a projector. Great stuff. And its output. So speakers also let you hear what's coming out, the sound from your computer, and without it, you cannot hear anything meaningful. So speakers play sounds from your computers like music or videos. So the quality of the sound depends on the file type. So you have .mp3, .wav, and these are file extensions. So as we progress, you get to understand all these bits and pieces and the quality of the speakers. So some speakers are separate and plug into the computer, and others are also built into the computer, especially in laptops. So there's an example, and laptops usually come with inbuilt. So if for one or two reasons the inbuilt is damaged, you can get yourself an external one, plug it into the USB connector or the USB port, then voila, you have your sound. Listen to all the beautiful tracks and watch all the nice movies and series that we have. Then we've got our headsets. So people often use headsets to listen to music or talk to others. Yeah. So some headsets come with a microphone so you can speak, which is useful for gaming or making calls. So that's a nice picture. So if you want to grab one, you want to grab one. Okay. So I will end the lesson here. Just bite-sized training. It shouldn't be too long. And this is how far we've come. And I believe you enjoyed the lesson so far. You can learn more about the Digital Literacy Certification Program from certiport.com/IC3 and learn about what I do from my website, fitgh.net. So if this lesson has helped you and you've not subscribed or followed, kindly do so and help a brother out. Share with a friend. Connect me with institutions and organizations that want, to improve the digital literacy skills of their workers, because I'm all about productivity, efficiency. You don't need to waste time. Technology is there to help you grow. Thank you. God bless, and see you in the next lesson.